Oh my God, I want to show you something, all right? So it stopped, right? Now I push the pedal all the way down. It takes about 2 seconds for the car to move.
Hey Tom Peng, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. You know, giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So Tom Peng, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
Finally, after all this time, after all this waiting, I'm behind the wheels of the Wuling again, because I actually did test this car you know, a while back. We went to the test drive event and we actually flicked this car around in a track, and this car at the time appeared to be somewhat slow, but it actually did the cone test. You know, you have to go through the cones. Actually did it pretty well. So for the very first time, we're actually gonna take the Wuling on the road, okay, on real Ho Chi Minh City roads, okay? Because now we're finally plated, it's properly licensed, we can finally go. And I just want to point out that we have 100% of, nah, actually not true. We have about 98% of the battery, okay? And that will give us about 166 kilometers of range. Of course, that's what the dash claims. Usually you get less, plus we're in Ho Chi Minh City traffic. We're probably gonna get less than that. How much less, I don't know, but that's something that we are going to test. And we are driving in the eco mode, which is blasphemy, okay? Because Tom only drives in the sports mode, which probably is stupid, because this car probably won't go very far in sports mode, but let's find out, right? Bye-bye, Wuling. Bye-bye. Oh, does anybody feel really hot inside?
Yes, very hot.
Very hot. We're gonna turn on the AC, okay? Yeah, all the way up. All the way up, man. Like that. Okay, off we go. Now, put into drive, like so. They're still waving me off. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Whee, whee. Where am I going? Clunk, clunk. Right here? This way?
Yes.
All right.
We need to turn U-turn.
We need to U-turn. Okay. Man, this car is slow. Like, it's doing 70 right now after all this time. Again, this is not a fast car. So if you think VF5 Plus is slow, this is even slower. All right. But this is a fairly easy to drive car, I would say. We don't want to get into a crash. Like, I'm not really certain about the safety of this vehicle in the event of a crash. Or maybe we should test that, I don't know. So, Miss Fong, you turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel in the back?
So, first of all, in the back, it's not enough the space to sit. And also, it's
But you are already so skinny. What do you mean not enough space to sit?
because we have a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
You know-
also, it's very hot if I sit in the back.
It's very hot in the back, right?
Yeah.
Does it have air vents in the back?
I don't see anything.
Oh, so this is like the VF5 Plus where there's no air vents in the back, so you're relying only on the vents in the front to keep yourself cool. And actually, I kind of agree with you. Even I feel it's not that cool. It feels warm. All right, it feels warm. Oh shit. What probably we should pay attention to is whether people look at my car or not, because this is such a new car here in Ho Chi Minh City. Probably very few people have seen a car like this. Let's see if this car gets people to turn heads. All right, we'll see that later. We're at a traffic stop right now. Mr. Sun, it's very important that we test this car in terms of its comfort when holding your girlfriend's hand or your boyfriend's hand, right? Well, I see that, I have fairly good access to the leg area right here. All right, so it's pretty good. Let's give me your hand. Oh yeah, it's not bad. But there's nothing to put your hand on, so it's gotta be on your leg, okay? So I would be driving like this with the girl. Fung, why did you sit in the front, dude, man? Whee! Okay, well, okay, enough testing. Enough testing. But I would say it's a pass. So if you're taking your girlfriend or boyfriend out, you gotta hold their hands, then I would say it's okay. But of course, Mr. Sun has a nice firm leg, so that helps. This is like the armrest. Oh yeah, this car is so slow. Miss Fung.
Yeah.
Back to you, Miss Fung. So other than it's kind of warm, and I do feel warm in the front as well, anything else about the back? How do you feel about the suspension? Is it bumpy? Is it comfortable? How's the seat?
It's quite bumpy.
It's bumpy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really feel it. I feel this is actually less bumpy than the VF8. It's true. I feel that the suspension setup is actually less firm than the VF8. VF8 is really firm, so it gets quite bumpy in the VF8. But you feel it's bumpy?
Yes, I feel a bit bumpy.
Okay. So yeah, there's the initial feedback on the suspension of the Wuling. All right. It gets bumpy according to Miss Fung in the back. That it gets a little bit bumpy.
And also we can hear the engine.
You can hear the engine?
Yes.
Well, let me turn off the fan. Yeah, I tend to agree. The road noise for this car tend to be louder. So you hear the wheels, you do hear the electric motor more than you would in a VinFast VF5 or even 8 or 9. There's definitely more noise coming from the motor and the road. But then again, this is a fucking cheap car. How much do we pay for this, Miss Fung?
Total on the document around 300.
About 300 million dong, right?
Yes.
So for all you non-Vietnam viewers out there, that's about $14,000, okay? Of course, you can buy this car in China for much less, but we have the privilege of paying more here in Vietnam. And it's a cheap car. I mean, by Vietnamese standard, this is a very cheap car. Can't really expect very much. Do you feel really hot inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really hot.
I feel really hot inside. It's like the fans are not working. That's my major complaint about the Wuling. Like first impression driving on the real world is that it gets really warm in here. So let's look at the battery usage scenario already. So we're already down to 93%. I don't know exactly how much we traveled, but not a lot, okay? So the battery consumption can be fairly aggressive in the sports mode. I probably should flick it back to eco mode because I don't want to get stranded. And also this car, you do need to charge at home because there's no charging network and it's slow charge. It doesn't work with any fast charger, so it'll take you probably the whole night to charge this car up to 100% again. So I guess we really do need to be conservative when it comes to battery consumption. Mr. Sun, what do you think? How do you feel sitting in the front passenger seat in my pink car, in my pink Wuling?
Xe ngồi thật sự là không cảm thấy nó sốc giống như là Phương cảm thấy ngồi thật sự nó khá là êm.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and it has nothing to do with my driving skills.
xe này nó chạy cũng khá chậm á, cho nên là không có cảm giác gì nhiều.
Yeah, that's true. It's a fairly slow car. So don't take the Wuling when you rob a bank. The police will chase you down. Mr. Lam,
Yes.
how do you feel about the Wuling? Of course, sitting in the rear passenger seat.
I feel this guy is so hot.
Yes, it's so
It
hot.
feels like it takes so long for the AC to work.
I think maybe the AC is broken. Maybe they gave us a car with a broken AC because I really don't feel any cool air coming out.
Yes, we on the car for like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
and there's no cool air coming out.
there's no cool air. Or maybe he has to go back to the dealership tomorrow.
And I feel this guy is also not as hard as the VF5.
Not as hot.
Hard.
Hard. Oh, okay. I mean, like the suspension is not as hard.
Yes.
Like like that.
Yes.
Uh-huh. You really? I would say it's kind of equivalent to the VF5 Plus, but I do acknowledge it's better than the VF8. If it's not so hot inside, I would say this is almost comfortable. Almost. How do you feel about visibility? Like when you look outside?
Thấy nó cũng bình thường như VF5.
I say it's quite good visibility. Of course, the rear view mirror here is not properly adjusted, and I don't know how to do it right now. Other than that, you know, I got really good rear view. I can see your face, Mr. Lam, and you know, it's good visibility. Let's try to pass this car. So in the Wuling, you'll be like pushing the pedal down all the way a lot because it's so slow. If you want to get any kind of acceleration, you gotta put the pedal all the way down. Otherwise, it's just not moving. But I would say in Ho Chi Minh City traffic, this is more than ample. This is more than adequate. I mean, seriously, why would you need anything more than this in Ho Chi Minh City traffic? I just feel very confident when I drive the Wuling. It's like I just go zigzag, you know, in traffic. I feel very confident. It's like I'm riding a motorbike, you know. I can fling it into the next lane. I can brake, fling it back into this lane. It's just so flickable. Like wee 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 wee. Okay, let's see if I could do something about this. No, it's, oh my God, it's blowing hot air. It really is broken. Oh, I figured it out. Oh, actually, the reason why it's so hot is because I was blowing heat. So I turned on the heater, not the AC. So now I finally turn this to this side. It should be blowing cool air now, okay? Why is it not moving? Oh my God, I want to show you something, all right? So it stopped, right? Now I push the pedal all the way down. It takes about 2 seconds for the car to move. Okay, let me do it again, okay? Let me do it again if I can. No, I cannot. So the pedal response is so slow. Like you press it down, you kind of have to wait 2 seconds for any reaction. Maybe 1.5 seconds. So the pedal does not respond very quickly. It's not a sports car, okay? Is it cooler now? Yeah, sorry about that. It was my fault, okay? Sorry, Wuling. You did not make a shit car. It was my fault. I did not know how to use your car. I did not know how to use your car. So you gotta turn to the AC side, okay? Is it cooler now? Yes? Okay. Do people look at us?
Yeah.
So people do look at us, right?
Yeah.
Really? Look at me! Well, nobody's looking at me right now, but look at me! I'm driving a freaking Wuling. And it's pink! It's pink! I've always wanted a pink car, you know. I've always wanted a pink car. Again, I think it brings out the feminine side in Peng, you know. Now I just want to cry. I just want to cry. For having this really pink car. Well, let's check out the radio, all right? Might as well. What do you think about the radio and the audio system? I want to rock and roll right now, man. Vietnam.
I think the radio sounds good.
Okay, let's turn that off. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good. Well, it's okay. It's okay for this car. Yeah. So you don't get a lot of options here. You get the radio. You get a USB thing here. Probably you can plug in and play songs from your phone. And I don't even know if it has Bluetooth. Maybe not. So I do know that because I'm buying the top tier of the Wuling. They are going to give us a Android device that we can put here. Is that correct?
Yes,
But not yet. Okay. So hopefully, once we have that installed, then we can get all the other features not available from the manufacturer, and that is like connecting your phone to the Android tablet that's gonna be here, and play some songs from my phone over the Bluetooth, okay? Because that's a very important feature. Oh, I'm so glad that the AC works. Are you glad the AC works, Mr. Sun and Mr. Lamb? Yes. Okay, quick check on the battery usage. So we're down to 87%. We left at 98, so we lost about 11%, and maybe we traveled 10 kilometers, all right? So the way I drive in sports mode, it's probably gonna get less than 100 kilometers on a full charge. So I think now is the time to kick it back into eco, all right? Because I plan to take this car probably down to District 1. There's a dinner I have to attend. And then of course take this car back home to District 2. So I have to travel some distances. I will probably want to be conservative about that. We're almost back at the office. Are you sure you're comfortable, Miss Fung? You don't look very comfortable.
There's a lot of stuff and had a stuff in my bag, so I cannot lie
Oh
down
yeah.
in the car.
Oh yeah, I like what you wore today. Oh, sorry. I'm such a pervert. A bintai. And of course we have a DVR, which is important. Always put a DVR in your car just in case, you know, you get into an incident and you need evidence. The police need to QA your evidence, then you know you got it. So overall, I think this is a pretty good commuting car inside the city. Again, if you don't need to travel very far and you're okay with plugging the car into the wall every night, then this could be a perfect mode of transportation for you. Maybe this replaces your motorbike. Instead of riding your motorbike and get wet in the rain, you can get a Wuling. And it's affordable enough. It's like the price of 2 Vespas, something like that. And you can be owning a car. You can be a car owner here in Vietnam. This is probably the entry point for anybody who want to get their first car and at a really, really good price. But if you need to travel long distances, this probably isn't the car for you. Or if you need to carry a lot of luggages, a lot of stuff that you need to carry around, this probably is not a car for you. If you need to carry a lot of people, this is probably not the car for you. Other than that, it drives pretty good. It's fairly usable. So my plan is to drive this car around for the next few weeks and just to get fully immersed in driving the Wuling HongGuang mini EV, and probably do more detailed reviews about this car. And eventually this car will have to go to somebody, maybe a company driver, maybe one of my assistants. I don't know, somebody's gonna take over this car, because I don't think I will be driving this pink car every day. We do want to make full use of this vehicle so that we can put a lot of kilometers on this car and we can really test it and report back whether this car is durable and whether it will endure through the ages and under torture, especially when I'm driving it. The seat, of course, is not leather, it's cloth, but that's okay. At this price point, it's okay. It's all plastic, by the way. Okay, this is not Alcantara. This is not MG Cyberster. Right? So obviously the materials inside the interior is going to feel cheap, and that's totally expected. The value proposition of the Wuling HongGuang Mini EV is the price, all right? It's the entry-level car that you can get to become a car driver in Vietnam. And you know, this car is assembled in Vietnam. Came from China, from General Motors and Wuling, and in Vietnam TMT. They have a plant here and they make it here in Vietnam. So something to be proud about. This is actually a Vietnamese product. Anybody see my car? Yes, that's right. Yeah, they look at us. They look at us. They look at us. They have never seen a pink, crazy car like this one. Come on, more people look at me. Yeah, perfect. Yes, look at me. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yes, that's right. This is the Wuling, okay? This is the Wuling HongGuang Mini EV. Assembled in Vietnam. Doesn't go very fast. Only 300 million dong. Anybody can afford it. Well, actually, if you work hard, one day you can buy a Wuling. The steering wheel is fairly light, and the angle here, plus with the back reclined like I do now, I feel like I'm driving a bus. All right, almost arriving at the office. All right, so we're kind of getting back to our office. We're gonna make a right turn here. Okay, there we go. After about, I would say 15 kilometers, we used up about 98 minus 3. So about 15% of the battery gets you about 15 kilometers. So 1 kilometer per 1%. So we'll probably get about 100 kilometers. Security is gonna kick me out, so we have to go forward a little bit. I will be bringing more Wuling reviews to you as we enjoy and journey more roads through with this car. And don't be a fucktard, take some fucking action. And yes, that's right, we have the Wuling. Yeah, we have the Wuling, okay?